Schwartz along with Eli Horowitz, and welcome to the WNBA Insider Podcast. We've been doing deep dives into each team in the league, but today we have a special guest, the former number one pick, Jewell Loyd. Eli has a connection. I'll let him take it from here. Eli, hop in there.
First of all, thanks, Jewell, for joining us. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing well. So I'm actually from Chicago and went to high school with Daniel Poneman, who every year puts on the Evan Turner Basketball Showcase, which for our listeners who don't know is a showcase that allows high school players to play for free in front of college coaches with the goal of getting scholarships. And it's a really cool event. It's important to me being from the area and being a college coach myself. And this year, I know there was a special announcement, a new addition to the showcase. So, Jewell, why don't you just tell us kind of what you're doing this year and how they're adding a girls division to the showcase?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what you just said. It's basically a showcase, and Daniel reached out to me a couple months ago and kind of had this idea to kind of do it for the girls, right? To have an opportunity for girls who don't have an opportunity on their high school teams or play in AAU to come out and play in front of college coaches and have an opportunity to play at the next level. So he reached out to me, and I was all in the moment he sat down and brought the idea to me. I think it's a really cool opportunity for a lot of people who don't get the chance play in college, like for college coaches, and they have a chance to play and kind of build community and have fun with it.
And what is your involvement with the event? More specifically, are you going to be there the day of, and what's your role going to be?
Well, I'm definitely going to try to be there. I guess I'm in Seattle right now trying to train and get my body right for the season. But definitely my brother, who works with me very closely and handles all my basketball things, he'll be there and support. And I have a lot of coaches and family from Chicago who will be there as well to just really help out with whatever they need. And so I'm trying to get a lot of coaches that I know who I'm close with to go out there and support, as well as players as well.
Yeah, Daniel was telling me that this showcase is actually more for Division II and III NAIA and JUCO coaches and players, not really for Division I. What's kind of the reason behind that?
Well, I mean, if you look at a lot of AAU teams or high school teams, a lot of the D1 coaches only come to see, the star, right? And a lot of the kids on the bench don't get the opportunity to play in front of those coaches. So then you have kids who are just working towards getting the D1 offer. A lot of times, because you don't play in front of those coaches, you don't get those D1 looks. But just because you start at a D2 or JUCO doesn't mean you can't go to the next level, right? It's just a starting point. So get your feet wet, play at another level, get more reps, and then hopefully, by repetition and exposure, you can go to D1, right? But you want to definitely get your feet wet first and have some motivation to get to the next level.
And you went to Niles West right outside of Chicago. What does the connection to Chicago mean to you?
It means everything. I grew up playing, at Loyola Park. My brother grew up playing at Loyola Park District. And I was always outside playing at the parks, right, in Chicago, or had kids from Chicago come to the suburbs, and we always played. And it's just really good basketball. And anytime I can be a part of that connection and kind of just help inspire others, and definitely kids, I definitely want to be a part of that. And my mom was a teacher in Chicago for a very long time. And so I've always kind of, interacted with a lot of those kids from the city, and had a really close relationship with them. And now I have an opportunity to kind of give back.
And do you think more events like this for girls, high school players specifically, can kind of, not just for them to go have the opportunity to play in college, do you think it has the potential with your involvement to kind of get more interest in the WNBA and have more young female players kind of follow the league and gain interest in the league?
Yeah, of course. I mean, anything that's related to the highest level of basketball, I think always brings interest, right? If I, go to a conference and trying to figure out how to be a doctor, and there's a big doctor there, right? Like, I'm going to look into that doctor, see where this doctor's from, and find out, oh, this is the top doctor in the country, right? And then now I'm inspired to try to be like that doctor. It's the same thing. So for me, it's just really trying to get people just active and involved and kind of have inspiration to do more than what they can do, right? With the resources that we can provide for them. So if I can do that, and then whatever, they want to do with that information, they can run with it. That's the goal. And like I said, I think this is a really good, cool opportunity and something different and something new. And for kids who really just want to be a part of this.
Yeah, well, it sounds great. I know the Evan Turner Showcase has placed hundreds of players at the college level. So hopefully on the girls' side, this can do the same. While we have you, we just want to ask a couple questions about the Storm and the upcoming season. So I know Arya had a couple questions.
Yeah, so a little bit of background for the fans. You had a career year last year, averaging almost 18 points a game, shooting 39% from the three-point line. The team did finish 15-19, and you lost in the first round of the playoffs after a coaching change and making a nice end-of-the-season push to make the playoffs. I'm curious, individually, what are your goals coming into this season?
Obviously the right answer is always like, I'm just trying to get better and work on my game and be focused and be more precise. At the end of the day, I think for me, I'm just trying to have fun with it. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. And I'm just trying to get better chemistry with Stewie and Sue and really just build camaraderie with the whole team and our community here. And I think personally, when you try to focus too much on the individual goals, you kind of lose sight of your team goals. So all I know is that if I give 100% effort every single time I'm on the floor, that's going to make our team better. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like if I'm not going 100%, I'm not making my teammates better. I'm not putting in the effort that they're putting in. So I'm kind of holding the team back. But if I come out there and I give 100%, let everything fall into place and hopefully it works out for the better.
Speaking of the team mentality and working in the team mode, I'm curious, what kind of coach is Dan Hughes and how will he change the style of your team that we've seen in the past years?
Dan's a great person and an unbelievable coach. Already he's been phenomenal with getting to know the players, getting to know Seattle, getting to know the fans, everyone in the whole organization he's been trying to really get to know. And I think he does a really good job of just putting players in the right positions to score and then allowing the players to be players. And at this level as a professional, you kind of know, what your go-to moves are, like where do you like the ball. So his job is really to just put us in the right positions and then let us make plays. And I think that's very helpful for our team because we have a lot of great talent and a lot of people don't really know everything that we can do. But he's going to do a great job of just making sure that we're just having fun and be able to just make plays.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back in. You guys were a top 4 offense last year, and you have so much talent, and I've no doubt with Dan Hughes that can continue next year. But I do want to ask you on the defensive end. You guys finished 9th in defensive efficiency. Is there anything schematically you guys need to do differently, or with the coaching change to kind of get that up this year?
I think just be more aggressive. Sometimes I felt like we were just kind of allowing teams to kind of have their way in a sense. And I think that's going to definitely change. And we want to be a really good defensive team, and we have the ability to do that and the personnel to do that with. And so for us, it's being more aggressive and kind of playing with your instincts. And having, Stewie behind you, protecting the rim and having Paris and Natasha Howard protecting there and having, AC, who's a really good wing defender and cause havoc all the time on the guards. It's just letting us be players, and making plays and being aggressive and trusting what we know.
And I guess just one more kind of individual question. I'm always kind of curious because I feel like we're in an age of like positionless basketball in a way, and it's a lot more fluid. But I did want to ask you, do you consider yourself like a point guard or shooting guard, or does that even matter to you or to players in general, like what position you're classified as?
Talking with Sue, we kind of came to the conclusion that it's pretty much when you step on the court, you do what you do well. So whatever that is, that's what you do. Don't do anything too much. Don't do anything too less. Just do what you do well. Do what you practice, and everything else will be fine. So however you want to classify that as a position, you could try. But at the end of the day, you just want to do what you do well.
That's awesome. I'm curious, obviously there's the standard answer, but how far do you see this Storm team having the ability to go this season?
With everything that we have in place and the motivation that we have and the talent, obviously the sky's the limit, right? Like the end goal is to obviously win a championship, but we have to start from the basics is finding our identity, being aggressive on defense, start with the little things, and then just execute, right? And our goal is to try to bring a championship to Seattle whenever that comes, and obviously that's our end goal. And we're trying to do better than what we did last year, right? We lost in the first round, so this year we want to go past the first round, right? But the end goal is obviously win a championship, but right now it's starting from the basics and figure out who we are as a new team with a new coach, and then just carry that through.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. I know you got a busy schedule. You're getting ready for the season. And we want to tell fans, stay tuned. We got a lot more exciting news coming your way from us. Jewell, do you want to let the people know just where they can learn more or get some more information about the showcase if they want to help be a part of it or something?
Yeah. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, just Jewell Loyd, everything's on there. It's on my, it's tagged to my page. So you can definitely find that out. And it's pretty cool. So definitely just, follow me on both accounts and you'll definitely get all the information you need.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And also I want to personally thank you for floating out the idea to get the WNBA on Twitter, because I think the WNBA has an opportunity to be on the forefront of the social media game as far as professional sports. So major props to you for helping us out with that. Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, folks, we again want to welcome you and thank you for tuning in to the WNBA Insider Podcast. Again, this week we had an amazing guest in Jewell Loyd, and join us next week and also pay attention because we're still diving into each team and we're going to have some really cool stuff coming forward. So thank you.